And now, the 6 o'clock Tri-Cities Action News Team with Dave Dean, Diane Charles, Flick Nimbus with the weather, and Rod Hitt on the sports scene. Brought to you by Foot & Sons Mortuary. Now, here's Dave.
Good evening. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Dave.
What a busy day it's been.
Oh, it really has been busy. But, you know, I noticed you had time to get your hair cut.
Yeah, I did sneak that in, and you have a lovely outfit on today.
Thank you so much. I got this on sale.
Okay. Well, as we said, it's been a busy day, and we want to get right down to business. We'll be back with it after this message.
Foot. And I'm Harmon Foot Jr. And we want to go to Hawaii. Right, Dad?
Right, son. So it's our You Die, We Fly sale here at Foot & Sons Mortuary. And what are we going to do? Cut prices to the bone.
Yes, we want to go on this trip sponsored by the Grave Diggers of 1938.
And in order to do it, we're going to have to sell 75% of our inventory by midnight tomorrow. Let us put big savings in your pocket.
Yes, you can't take it with you, so don't bury your head in the sand. Come on over and let us bury it for you.
There is a lot of stiff competition for this trip, and this offer ends on midnight tomorrow.
Yes, don't be late. You can realize savings like
this beautiful replica of a 1955 Thunderbird. A nostalgia's dream come true.
Yes, people are dying to get their hands on these. We cannot keep them on the plot.
And if you are hurry, drive through our express lane.
And where are we located, Dad?
Take the Tri-Cities bypass 3 miles north till you come to Don's Bunyan and Cornplaster Outlet. And then follow the signs to the big neon courts. You can't miss it. And remember, friends, if you are having a bout with fate, let us put you in the crate. Bye, friends.
The mix and match outfit?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it is.
I'd like to get Cora one of those.
Oh, you should. Down at the mall.
Oh, terrific.
Oh, we're back.
Well, tragedy nearly struck the Tri-Cities this afternoon when a bridge collapsed. No one was injured, but power was off in the north side area for 6 hours. We take you now live to Edward Dawson.
Hi, this is Modell Wilson at the Home Show in the Municipal Auditorium. You can see that Herculon fabrics are very popular with the younger set, and shellac dogs are just...
Okay, we'll have the Edward Dawson report just a little bit later on. Apparently we did have some technical problems there, maybe at 11 o'clock tonight. Diane?
Well, tonight, part 2 of our special series, Decay in the Tri-Cities.
Oh, I was supposed to introduce that.
Not according to this.
My story.
No, it isn't. I get 60% of the story.
Good evening. I'm Ronaldo Riviera with part 2 of a 6-part series, Has the Tri-Cities Stopped Trying? At first, they look like your average teenagers, young, spirited, dressed in that colorful back-to-school style made so popular by rock and roll groups. But don't let their innocent young faces fool you, because if you listen to their conversations, you'll hear words like junk, bags, lids, papers, dogs. Homer Black has been a high school teenager for over 25 years. But how long can that last? Because Homer is into junk. Homer, tell us, where do you find this junk? On the street?
I find it on the streets, I find it in the alleys and in the gutters, too.
Is good junk hard to find?
Well, it is here. You know, all the best junk is in the rich neighborhoods.
The rich neighborhoods. Homer, tell us, before you got into junk, what were you doing?
I was financial advisor for the Chrysler Corporation.
Can you name your supplier?
Well, sure, it's everybody. You know, society doesn't have much use for junk, so they just throw it here.
A man can't find a reason, he blames society.
Hey, look, Homer, a whole bag of junk.
Hey, it's good, Lenny.
A friend has scored.
And somebody threw away a toaster.
A toaster? That's great.
Uppers, downers, toasters, all part of the fetid, jaundiced, bloated, seamy, catfish belly underside of the inner Tri-Cities area. As I stand here amongst the flotsam and jetsam of humanity, it's easy to understand how I won that local Emmy last year.
Homer, who are all these guys with light stand cameras?
The cameraman and lightman.
This is Ronaldo Riviera, looking sincere and pensive. And now back to you, Dave.
Thank you, Ronaldo. Kind of makes you think, doesn't it, Rod? I mean, about those people that are less fortunate than we are.
I don't really care about those people.
It's sports time. Here's Rod.
Sports fans, I was finally able to get that interview with Muhammad, and it's really a corker, so let's watch it. It's great.
Oh, gosh, Rod,
That's
they got the wrong tape on.
It's the wrong tape.
Can we get the other one on?
I guess we'll have that film at 11, and if we don't, I'll be showing it in my den, so you're all invited. Now for the scores. Notre Dame defeated UCLA. North Carolina edged out Virginia. Los Angeles pummeled New York. Philadelphia destroyed Boston. Atlanta slaughtered San Francisco. Peoria crushed Poughkeepsie. Bemidji brutalized Bowling Green. Columbus literally annihilated Des Moines. Athens beat Tallahassee into a bloody pulp. Jacksonville ran amok in Miami. Greenville murdered Greenville and Charlotte. Kansas City pillaged and violated Detroit. Dallas ripped and tore Houston into a bloody pulp. Pittsburgh squashed the brains of Jersey City into a slimy cesspool. Cincinnati literally ripped the limbs off of Buffalo and tore them into little pieces. Portland stabbed, hacked, sawed, pierced, slashed, and pulverized Seattle and then drowned them. And that's the sports.
Thank you, Rod.
I love sports.
Tonight's editorial is about human rights. Here's our general manager, Niles Malibu.
Constitutional rights are everybody's business. It has come to the attention of this station that constitutional rights were infringed only this past week at Billy Saul Estes High School, where many of you have children of your own. The incident was a classical case of deprivation of civil liberties. This past Tuesday, my young sweet daughter Wendy was forced under threat of detention to eat unfamiliar vegetables in the school cafeteria. Frightening? I think so. This station management allows sweet Wendy to eat whatever the heck she wants at home, and we believe the same should apply in the school situation. Even though the school dietitian, Mrs. Ranke, and my moronic wife seem to be two of a kind when it comes to insisting that Wendy is a selfish, inconsiderate, vapid, spoiled brat. This is nonsense. Wendy happens to be a considerate, sweet, sensitive, grateful young woman, very unlike my runaway prodigal son Ronald, the idiot. And if you're listening, Ronald, you rat-tail moron, eat nails and die. Thank you.
Well, I couldn't agree anymore. Diane?
Yes?
Don't you have a story on City Hall?
No, I don't do local stories. And now here's Paul Pasquinade.
No, I introduced Paul.
No, you don't.
Thank you, Dave. Well, the other day we had a call from a Mr. Spike Morales, who informed us he was having trouble with his landlady. Spike, what in the world happened to you last Tuesday?
She threw me out. That old lady threw me out.
Yeah!
You mean she evicted you from your own furnished apartment?
That's right. She did it just like that. No warning.
You mean she didn't give you any valid reasons?
No reason whatsoever. I was a perfect tenant. I might have been a couple of days behind on the rent, you know what I mean? But she threw me out cruelly and mercilessly.
Mercilessly!
Well, next we spoke to Mr. Morales' landlady, Mrs. Verna Margarine.
Well, you know, the only reason I rented the room to Mr. Morales in the first place was because I needed that money so badly after my late husband passed away. Shortly after Mr. Morales moved in, why, he invited several gypsy friends of his to move in with him. They had motorcycles. And they burned the place down several times, as you can see.
Fine, but was Mr. Morales ever late with his rent?
Well, now, Mr. Morales has never paid rent the entire year and a half they've been living here. They took my car and sold all my furniture to support their drug habit. I asked them nicely several times for the money, but they just threatened me with a switchblade.
I see.
Yes, well, you know, he also took my late husband's watch and his cufflinks.
Sure. Well, naturally, we didn't believe the old bag's story, but we did solve Mr. Morales' problem. We sent Mrs. Margarine away to a cheap and depressing old person's home and turned the deed to her home over to Mr. Morales and his friends. And the story has another happy ending. Mr. Morales sold me this beautiful watch. Now, if you have a problem, call me, Paul Pasquinade, the Trouble Person, Tri-Cities Trouble Person, at 261-277-478-2623. That's 261-ASSISTANCE. See ya.
Until tomorrow, good night, good luck, and good news tomorrow.
That's it from here for now from us. Good night.
And that's all the news. And
I found the Muhammad tape and I'm going to play it right now. Put this on. This is great.
Get him out of here.
If you don't put this on, I'm going to walk.
Rod, on the air, Rod.
You're not going to play it? That's it.
Tri-Cities Action News is a presentation of Tri-Cities Action News.